Good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the continent you are. It is a pleasure to have you join us on First Thursdays today. We're delighted and excited to have you join us, connect with us and other entrepreneurs in the agriculture and food landscapes. So welcome. We have a couple of people registered for this event today, so I'll crave our indulgence to wait for about 2-3 minutes before we get started with the event so they can have the opportunity to join us right from the very beginning. All right, so I think we can get started. Welcome once more for those who are just joining us. This is First Thursdays, and we're delighted to have you on this first episode. So we have a couple of exciting program on the agenda, which we hope that you would engage with us. So I'll just take us through the agenda. So we have introductions, where we expect all the participants to introduce themselves, the business, the country of operation. And of course, we want you to connect with other entrepreneurs in the landscape. So you have the opportunity to connect directly with other entrepreneurs through the chat box right there. And we're going to have a presentation and opportunities in the landscape that you can apply for. We're going to have a breakout session, and we're going to come back as a group to share our learnings and experiences during the breakout session. So a couple of housekeeping before we dive right in. So please ensure to have your audio on mute, please, so we can have the best audio experience, and keep your video off until the breakout session. During the breakout session, you'll be able to put on your video and connect with other entrepreneurs in your focus area. And please use the raise hand button if you want to speak or contribute to the ongoing conversation. And we have team members on the Nourishing Africa team who would be available to provide links and guidance all through the session. So let's move right to introducing ourselves. We have a couple of people on the call, so please use the chat button to tell us your name, the name of your business, and your current country of operation. So I expect the chat to start flying right now. I'll get us started on that. Please feel free, let us know where you're joining us from. And I can see some audio and video on. Please try as much as possible to keep your audio and videos off, please. And while that is ongoing, I would also like to mention that if you see entrepreneurs who are in the same focus area as you are, feel free to connect directly through the chat button, send that entrepreneur a private chat, get to know each other's businesses, get to know how you can support each other. The purpose of this First Thursdays is first and foremost, to help you to connect with other customers, other entrepreneurs in the landscape who can support your business. So please go right ahead to introduce yourselves and let us know where you need support.
Are you saying doing that in the chat?
Yes, please. You
okay.
In the chat. Thanks, Larry. While that is ongoing, for a couple of us, we know about Nourishing Africa, but for those of us who don't, we have quite a number of you who are on the hub. But for those of us who do not know Nourishing Africa, I will just take us through what Nourishing Africa is about and what we do and why we have gathered us here today on First Thursdays. So NourishingAfrica.com is an online platform, as many of you would know, and our mission is to attract, empower, equip, connect, and celebrate over 1 million dynamic and innovative young entrepreneurs who are driving the profitable and sustainable growth of the African agriculture and food landscapes. And our vision is to see a flourishing, sustainable, and just food ecosystem that leverages agtech and digital innovations driven by Africa's vibrant entrepreneurs to ensure that this continent nourishes itself and becomes a net exporter of food. And these are the solutions that you'll find in the Nourishing Africa Hub. So Nourishing Africa is a one-stop hub for entrepreneurs in the agriculture and food landscapes. And we provide our solutions in three folds. The hub is open to the public user and provides critical links to funding, data, learning resources, events, technology, talents, inputs, and other resources that entrepreneurs need to grow their business. So it is www.nourishingafrica.com. You can, a member of the Nourishing Africa team would be dropping links as I go. So you would be able to find links to the references I make during this presentation. And we have a membership portal where we have different entrepreneurs across the continent register their business to get access to tailored opportunities for their businesses and to connect directly with each other. And we also engage in knowledge and capacity building such that we convene entrepreneurs in different locations. Prior to COVID-19, we have been in Morocco, in Kenya, in South Africa to facilitate knowledge sharing sessions and roundtable discussions. But post-COVID, after the pandemic breakout, we have started webinars, and these are all geared towards helping entrepreneurs to scale their businesses by providing critical insights and knowledge from experts in the landscape. So on the Nourishing Africa Hub, we're going to find a lot of resources that cuts across knowledge, funding, events, job, and agri-food entrepreneurs page where the entrepreneurs can sign up. We also have a membership portal, like I mentioned, where exclusive benefits to members ranges from access to funders, marketplace to connect with other entrepreneurs. We have offers and discounts on agricultural produce. We have a members only resource and data, and we have lots of opportunities for these entrepreneurs to showcase their businesses to our various partners that we work with. And these are the capacity building sessions that I was speaking about that we've held in the past. And these are some of the entrepreneurs that we work with on the Nourishing Africa platform. So how is the introduction going? Are we able to connect with entrepreneurs in our focus areas? Let's see what we have in the chat. Oh, good, good. All right, so right from here, I would like us to take a poll, please. So we have a poll where we want to understand where you are, help us and other participants to learn about yourself and your business. I'll launch the poll right about now. So please feel free to participate. Let us know where you're joining us from, why you decided to attend the webinar, and what are the critical challenges you think entrepreneurs are facing right now. So all this will lead to the breakout session where you are going to connect with other entrepreneurs in the landscape and talk about these challenges that you have outlined in the poll, and co-create solutions together in these breakout rooms that we hope you apply directly to your businesses going forward. So please complete the poll. Let's know what the numbers are. Let's know where you're joining us from. Yeah, I can see some answers coming in. That's exciting. We have many people joining us from West Africa and Southern Africa. Oh, East Africa is coming up. None from Central Africa, that's fine. This first edition is actually targeted towards the West African audience. So we really thank our East African and Southern African friends who have joined us on this edition. We're delighted to have you. You're going to go away with lots and lots of insights for your businesses and share as many as you can during this session as well. So on why you have decided to attend this event, oh, I can see we want to learn new things. I want to learn new things as well. And I'll be joining part of the breakout sessions, and I hope to do the same. All right. I'll be ending the poll in a few seconds. So if you have not completed the poll, please ensure to do so. All right. So you have the poll results right there. We have it's 3% joining us from West Africa. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for joining. Eastern Africa, and yeah, interesting that we find that poor linkages is actually the most thought of challenge for entrepreneurs out there, followed by lack of funding. And then we have time for difficulty finding talent and unavailable learning resources. Well, up to you guys. You'll be able to discuss this during the breakout sessions. Oh, wow, we have quite a number of people on the Nourishing Africa Hub already. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for your membership. We really hope that we've been able to impact on you and your businesses through your membership. All right, so we go next to the next program on the agenda, which is some opportunities that we have curated especially for you. So I would call on my colleague, Ify Umuna, who is going to be making a presentation on that. Ify, are you ready?
I am.
All right, great to go. So we hope that you would be able to utilize many of these resources, and we are going to be dropping the links to these opportunities as Ify presents. All right, guys, over to you, Ify.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world, and thank you for joining us. We're just going to take you through a few opportunities that we have identified across the continent and the world, aimed at helping you scale up your business and ensuring that we scale together and grow together as a community and as an ecosystem. So the first range in terms of funding and financial support. What we've done this session is that all the opportunities I'm about to explain are tailored to West Africa. If you go to www.nourishingafrica.com/funding, there are many more opportunities for various regions in the continent. But for today, we're going to focus more on West Africa. And in terms of financial support, there are a range of organizations and investment firms, as well as financing companies that are ready and able to provide financial support to agripreneurs and agribusinesses in West Africa, ranging from Sahel Capital, which is based in Nigeria, to the Land Accelerator, which is more, next slide please. The Land Accelerator, which is capacity building. And then there are other opportunities such as the African Women Agribusiness Network, which is focused on women and supporting them in terms of technical support and providing other accesses and resources for them to scale. Next slide, please. Another interesting and very apt segment that we have available on the Nourishing Africa platform is the Ask an Expert segment. And this was born out of the realization that we had that several entrepreneurs and enthusiasts go on webinars and connect with others such as experts, but are unable to have their questions answered just due to the sheer volumes and inability to do so. So we've created an Ask an Expert segment, which is a segment on the Nourishing Africa Hub, and each week an entrepreneur or an expert in a various segment or field will come on board and is available to us and to our members and our networks to answer questions as it relates to your business or to your area of engagement. We've had various sessions in the past ranging from seed systems to food auditing, and this week we have Nkyu Opareke, who is the CEO and COO of Enviro Grow Farms, and she'll be this week's expert all the way till next week, Wednesday, and answering questions on tomato production and greenhouse farming. Next slide, please. Okay. So naturally, COVID-19 has disrupted many areas of operations for agribusinesses across the world. And we felt it was really important that we created a section on the Hub that was tailored towards helping our members in this area and during this time. And what we've done is that we've created a section of the Hub, the COVID-19 page, which the link has just been provided, where one provides a safe space for entrepreneurs to share their grievances and their experiences, whether it be positive or negative, during this period, and how they have encountered challenges and how they've mitigated this. And this area has been particularly helpful to other entrepreneurs in trying to understand how other people have overcome challenges. We then have a publication page which is linked, or which is placed to try and provide tools and information, particularly up-to-date information, as it relates to the pandemic and agribusinesses and within Africa in particular. And then we have resources and opportunities, which is linked to providing resources and tools, both online and in terms of paid and free courses that will help entrepreneurs in this sector survive the pandemic and thrive thereafter. Next slide, please. So a few other events and opportunities we have in the form of events coming up. We have tailored a few ranging from the ANDE West African Regional Conference, which is to be held in Ghana, but they will also have it online this year, to the 4th International Conference Expo on Agriculture and Horticulture, which will then be online as well, which is next month. So in terms of podcasts and recorded webinars, at Nourishing Africa, we believe it's really important that entrepreneurs share their knowledge with one another. We really want a community that grows together and has access to the information and tools that they need in order to do so. So we've created a section called the podcasts and recorded webinars, where we invite entrepreneurs and key stakeholders in the field to discuss particular topics. And these range between 10 minutes to 20-minute recordings that can be listened to while you're on the go, in your car, while you're moving around, and they're quite valuable. So we really recommend that you look into the section as well. We have over 16 episodes with different experts in the field and entrepreneurs, and they're available on the Hub. Next slide, please. We also have a range of e-learning and knowledge tools available on the platform that range from some of the top universities to leading businesses and organizations across Africa and the world, which can be found on the e-learning platform, the e-learning page under the knowledge section of the Hub. And what we also try and ensure that we're showing and we're doing as Nourishing Africa is showcasing you, the entrepreneurs, and the work that you're doing across the continent to a wider audience. So in the coming months and weeks, we have a range of live Twitter chats and Instagram chats with various entrepreneurs ranging from David Weru in Kenya to Temi Tope in Nigeria and Siabonga in South Africa, who will be discussing their work, their entrepreneurial journey, and providing advice and information to others in the field. And something exciting that we have coming up as Nourishing Africa is the Nourishing Africa COVID Entrepreneur Support Program. We recognize that the pandemic has devastated many companies and businesses, and many of them are struggling at this point because of it. So what we are going to do in the coming months is providing a 4-step program aimed at directly supporting these MSMEs in this sector. And the steps range or begin from the online business diagnostic tool, which will essentially help entrepreneurs assess where they stand and where their standings are currently, to then move on to a training. We will provide small grants to a few of these entrepreneurs that have passed through the process and continue with impact measurements and ongoing support. So watch out for this space. We will be coming soon with this exciting initiative. And as I said, the business diagnostic tool is the first step within this program, and we will be launching this soon. So watch this space. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ify, for that. I hope that we are able to go through the links that our colleagues have been sharing in the chat session. If you've not been checking your chat, now it's a good time to do so. So a colleague has been dropping the links to all these opportunities in the landscape. So please ensure to take note of those, and you can join. You can check them out as you are on the call right now. We have another poll that leads right into the breakout session. So we understand that the COVID-19 pandemic has struck some damages in some businesses. And another interesting thing is that some entrepreneurs are actually thriving during this period. And that's one of the reasons that we've brought together this first Thursday's event. So for those who are thriving and have managed to pivot their businesses, we'd like them to share their experiences with those who are struggling. And that's why we have this poll, to understand what percentage of us who have joined this call are on what end and what we can do to support each other in the various breakout rooms where we'll go in a couple of minutes. So I'll launch the poll right about now. So please tell us your experiences and let us know how the support can come in for you. All right, so let's know, what's the status of your business during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic? What are the greatest challenges you're facing right now? And what key aspects of your business have you prioritized at the moment? So the poll will be up for about 2 minutes, and we'll be delighted to hear from you. Let us know how you've been able to move from point A to point B at this critical time. All right, the answers are coming in. Keep them coming. You're going to get a chance to discuss all of this with other entrepreneurs in a couple of minutes. About 28% now, yes, that 4% of us have voted. Let's keep the answers coming. Like we said, when we advertised this session, this is a session, this is an event where you can share your problems in a safe space. And of course, we want you to contribute to this process of creating the solutions. So we have for 5% you who have voted. Thank you to those who have contributed so far. It is interesting to see that we have quite a number of people who have developed an entirely new business model. For those of you who have chosen this option, please get ready to share those new strategies you've put in place during the breakouts. Greatest challenge, little or no demand for my products and services. That's taking the lead. And we have more people who have prioritized cash flow management. I'll be sharing the results in a couple of minutes. If you've not filled the form, please ensure to do so over the next 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, closing out the poll. Right about now, we have 57% of us who voted. All right, that's more than half, so I'll go ahead to share the results of the poll. Interesting results right here. On the status of our businesses during the ongoing pandemic. So we have quite a number of us who are but operating at a minimal level. We really hope that these events will be instrumental to helping you from that minimal level up to an optimal level. And we have some of us who are completely shut down. We do understand and we do empathize at this time, but we believe that now is the time to be stronger and to leverage on partnerships and other resources to come out stronger in this period. So hold on tight. We believe that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And we have those who have developed new business models that, like I said, that is really exciting, and we hope that you share those insights with us. As to the greatest challenge, little or no demand for my products seems to take the lead. Well, we hope that we are able to create strategies together that would create demand for your product. Well, I personally believe that there is always demand for agri-food products, but then that's my thought, and I would leave it to other entrepreneurs to contribute to this. Oh, wow, people have prioritized cash flow management. Great thoughts right there. While all of these are important, I believe there's no right or wrong answer to this, really. We really have to take care of our personnel, customer support. We have to put that in place and manage our supply chain effectively. All right, so we move to the breakout rooms. So what we have done is we have separated you into 3 breakout rooms. While we have tried as much as possible to ensure that you are in a breakout room with other entrepreneurs who are in your focus area, but in case so we have a farm to fork approach. So breakout room 1 is for those who are in the farm section of the value chain. 2 are those who are around the processing part, and 3 for those who are at the end of the value chain, who are involved in, for example, food preparation, food blogging. So it's a farm to fork approach. But in case you find yourself in a room where you think you do not belong, I would advise to give it your best, try as much as possible to contribute and learn from other entrepreneurs. We're going to come back together to share these insights that we've gathered. So please try as much as possible to ensure that these sessions are interactive. Feel free to pour out those initiatives and insights that you've gathered in this period and come back to tell us how it all went. So we will have members of the Nourishing Africa team who would be moderating these sessions, but it is entirely up to you guys to make this session as interesting and as experience sharing and informative as possible. So I'll facilitate the breakout room right about now. Welcome back, guys. I hope we had a great interactive session with the rest of the team, and I hope you were able to develop good takeaways to share with us all. I, for one, can't wait to hear what you come up with in terms of strategies and how we're surviving and making good use of this period. So I think we're now running out of time, so we'll just get right into it. I'll call on the first breakout group 1, share your insights and key takeaways with us.
All right, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Muyaka. I was in part of the Breakout Group 1. So I think the 3 takeaways that have come out strongly from our group, the first one is the need to venture into processing to avoid wastage. I think most of us in the group have experienced quite some wastage during this lockdown due to failure for us to send our products to various markets or to have a good uptake from the communities. So most of us have acknowledged that processing is one way that we could leverage on to just reduce the impact and the losses on our end. Then the other takeaway was the need to form farming groups or cooperatives in the various farming blocks so that we could collaborate and leverage on systems, processes to just reduce individual costs and also to open up to more resources. And then the third one was leveraging the digital space. So some of my team members shared their experiences, how their businesses were greatly supported when they went digital during this lockdown. So those were the 3 areas that came out strongly from our group. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miyaki. We appreciate that. Moving on to breakout group room 2. You want to share your key takeaways?
Thank you very much, Edward Adufu here. I think I coordinated group
2. Anyone there?
Yes, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So I think we came up with 2 key takeaways. I'll just share that very briefly. The first one was a risk management plan, especially during this COVID-19 period. We shouldn't wait for such an epidemic to hit us before having a good risk management plan in terms of to support our operations. So we discussed that. So everyone, please have a think about that. We never know what the next epidemic or pandemic will be. The second item was, we talked about the fact that agriculture is a key element of life. If your business has suffered from a demand perspective on your agriculture product, then it's something you need to sit again and have a think about what your product is, and maybe you're not actually delivering or working on the right product. That's the 2 key takeaways that we discussed in our room. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Tamika. We really appreciate that. Breakout room 3. Who's coming up?
Either Larry or Emeka will present.
Yeah, it's the conversation sort of, we lost time and we ended up dominating the conversation, talking about some of the challenges they're facing in Nigeria, especially in northern Nigeria with some of the conflict that's happening, and for the farmers to continue their operations, and the need for security and the involvement of the police and the military to help with some of those scenarios, because it's very limited on what they can do locally. They're individually on their own trying to fight a bigger problem because it's beyond their means, and the cost of trying to outfit your own security forces for that large of an area is prohibitive of your profit margin and still trying to stay in business. So those are challenges that folks are seeing.
All right, I think those are really good insights that we've shared, ranging from value addition to the need for security, leveraging digital technologies and social media. Those are really good points to take note of in this critical time. Before we move on, I would like to know if there is someone who wants to share something else that we've not discussed so far. Just a minute to share some new strategies that you've adopted, or some new things you're doing right now in your business that is paying off at this time, or new opportunities that you've been able to leverage. Anybody? Olufunke is raising her hand. Okay, Olufunke, can you please proceed? Let me see if you have a challenge. I just unmuted you. I think Olufunke is unable to speak right now. Anybody else?
Outside of the efforts that we've been doing for aquaponics, because we believe that this is the solution for climate-proof agriculture and sustainable agriculture, eliminating the need for soil in the environment and bringing everything indoors. When we talk to traditional farmers, some of the challenges they face are the lack of understanding of the importance of the soil, and there's a little bit of an education jump that needs to happen to bring in some technology to test the soil for all the nutrient contents that are in the soil to help better determine what additives need to be added to the soil to maximize their production, and then also how to maximize their water usage using drip irrigation under the soil directly to the roots versus having it above the soil. So you're losing a lot of evaporation on the water. So trying to salvage some of that water as well. So part of this is an education, trying to train the farmers better in the science behind the agriculture so that they can maximize the nutrients that are available to the plants.
That is very well said, Larry. And I think that's important. You know, while we're all battling with COVID-19 at this time, climate change has not left us, and a couple of other challenges that we're facing in the landscape are still there. And we really need to start paying attention to our soils, because while aquaponics and hydroponics are, you know, all the rage now, there are still a lot of products, a lot of farm produce that still are grown on the soil, and we really need to start paying attention to bioremediation and all of that. Thank you for that point. So moving on, so we do not, we've gone beyond the time, so we'll just about round up now. And if you have other insights to share, please type it in the chat. We want to take a group picture, so we have a group picture to commemorate this event. So please, I would indulge us all to put on our videos so we can form a collage on the screen. And we're going to be posting this picture on our social media pages. So please, I would indulge us again to drop our social media handles on the chat section. So our communications team would pick that up and tag us with the pictures. Ify, can you please do us the honors of taking the pictures when we're all on the screen?
Sure. Please just stop your screen sharing for a second so I can have the full view of everybody's beautiful faces.
Great.
Wonderful.
Put on a smile. Let's smile, please. Do you see everybody?
You can. It's even two pages. Thank you.
Is that done?
Yes, it is.
All right. Thanks, Ify. I hope you put on your best smiles, everyone. Somebody said as you post, that's how it would show. So on next steps, moving forward from this event. So we would like to inform us, all of us who are not on the Nourishing Africa platform, please join the Nourishing Africa platform. All those opportunities that we've presented today are all on the hub, and you can find a couple more others that you can, leverage, especially at this time for your businesses. So you can use the link www.nourishingafrica.com/entrepreneurs to join the hub. You can connect with other entrepreneurs, host this event. You can gain access to lots of other funding opportunities to scale your businesses and so forth. And after this event, we would like you to please take a short survey on your participation and your experience during this event. Yes, we'll be sharing that link as well. Yes, I see that it has dropped. So you can click on the link to take you to the survey form. So thank you so much for attending First Thursdays. Please do let us have your feedback on the event, and we really hope that you would be available to join us on the next episode and that you have gained a lot from this first event. Thank you for joining. Do have a pleasant evening in whatever part of the continent where you are. We hope to meet again sometime soon. Bye-bye.